Welcome back to iRacing Basic Training. From downloading the software to joining your first official practice, we've come a long way in your first 3 chapters. Before you join your first official race, we'll cover a few more important topics. First, it's important to understand the nature of the Rookie Series. Obviously, by putting mostly inexperienced drivers on the same track, it can lead to some bent fenders. However, your experience here can be helpful and enjoyable if you follow these suggestions. Your number one goal while competing in the Rookie Series is to prove that you're a safe driver. Winning hundreds of races doesn't guarantee that you'll be promoted out of the Rookie Series. Ultimately, the only thing keeping you from advancing through all of iRacing's license levels is your ability to avoid contact and keeping your car under control. If you have those abilities, it's possible that you can be promoted within a matter of a few races. So, how does iRacing decide when you're ready to move to more powerful cars and more challenging tracks? The safety rating system keeps track of all incidents that you are involved in during each official session. Qualifying, time trials, and races. Your safety rating will change based on how well you were able to avoid incidents in these sessions. It is a no-fault system, which means any contact, regardless of whether or not it was your doing, counts against your rating. You'll quickly notice that the safest drivers are normally able to avoid most incidents and almost never cause them. This allows safe drivers to advance quickly, and drivers who need more practice will do so in an appropriate series. Once you feel confident with a particular car and track, a great way to improve your safety rating is to practice within a time trial session. Time trials are competitions, you against a clock, but there are no other cars on track, which makes it easier to avoid incidents. That's safety rating in a nutshell. Now, you might be wondering, what benefits are there for finishing well? This requires an entirely different rating, which we call iRating. When you first join the service, your iRating is hidden from you, but it still exists and is affected by each race you enter. As a rookie, the last thing you should be concerned with is where you finish or your iRating. Sure, it's a lot of fun to race hard for position, but more often than not, rookie drivers are too concerned with how fast they are and how well they can place. Once you're promoted to a higher license, you can put more emphasis on your speed and racing the competition. Don't stress about your rating. If they go down to start, this isn't uncommon. Hopefully you're learning lessons that will be applied in future races. Do the best you can and your rating will take care of itself. Before we race, you can set a qualifying lap to improve your starting position. While you can get plenty of track time to prepare for your first race, if you don't feel completely comfortable racing close to other cars, it might be a good idea not to qualify. If you do start in the back, you won't feel the pressure of more experienced drivers on your rear bumper. Sometimes, experienced drivers prefer to start in the back too, simply because they know how intense the starts can be. Road courses in the Mazda Cup will have standing starts. You will be placed stationary, double file before the start-finish line. The grid lights will appear near the top of the screen. Once everyone has gridded, they will turn red. When this happens, you should prepare by revving the engine in neutral and getting ready to shift into first gear. As soon as you see the green lights, upshift as soon as possible. For the Street Stock series, there will be rolling starts. You will grid on pit lane or on the main front straightaway in a double file formation. After about a minute, the pace car will begin to roll and you'll need to follow the on-screen prompts to stay behind the car in front of you. Make sure to stay in the proper line and behind the correct car. It's okay to leave a little bit of a gap between you and the person in front, just in case there is trouble on the start. After the green flag waves, you should instantly start analyzing your competition. Are they making bold and daring moves out of control? Or does everyone look stable while giving plenty of room to each other? The answer to that question should dictate how aggressive you are as a driver. Hanging back can prove to be a great strategy, and even if everything seems calm, chaos can strike at any moment. Note that cautions are turned off for this series, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't slow down for accidents. If there is a crash in front of you, especially in the turns, it's important to check up and give yourself as much time as possible to react. When you slow down quickly, it's easy to get hit from behind by someone who didn't react as quickly. This is a lot to ask from a rookie, but keep an eye on the mirror to look out for people who might not be anticipating trouble. Once you get through the first couple laps, cars will spread out and hopefully you'll be able to fall into a rhythm. Regardless of what happens, just remember back to your testing. Smooth and steady laps, and keep those tires from being overworked. Congratulations, you've completed your first race. It might have gone exactly how you planned, or you might have made a mistake. Regardless, you should be proud and celebrate the hard work you did to make it this far. In our next chapter, we'll start setting some goals.